Well, anyway, listen, talking about yards and that, we're hearing Rihanna's in the ends. That's all I'm saying, innit? I'm hearing that she's local. I'm hearing she's living in Ladbroke Grove. Not gonna lie. Do you know what? Do you know what that reminds me of?
West.
Let me tell you something right now. I was in One Stop in Halsden about a month ago, right? And there was a girl in front of me ordering an oxtail with a rice and peas and a steamed veg. And I remember saying to myself, this girl looks like Riri.
No.
Now I'm hearing she's here. Now I'm hearing she's here.
Same.
I'm just saying, innit?
Put it on your mama. Say mama life.
Something like that.
Nah.
No, I'm joking. But like,
I hate you. Don't.
listen.
That's you can't make jokes like that about Riri, fam.
She's in the ends though. Apparently she's living in London.
How do you know that she might be
She did an interview. She's been living here for, what is it, a year? They said that she's been living here.
Did you read the interview?
No, I didn't read all of it.
Oh, she kept that
I didn't read all of
low-key
it.
for a while.
Yeah. Fam,
Well, you would do if you heard.
Fam, was it low key? I heard she was in bare London dances. Miss Banks saw her one time.
What, in a London
was
dance?
He was saying that's the reason Drake's been getting close to London.
Nah, man. Nah. Remember, Drake was in,
Sorry, it's like a...
It's alright. That's alright.
Can I hold him? Can I hold him?
It's just shook like a...
He don't know what the hell's going on.
I know.
Where am I?
Can I hold him? Let's
Yeah.
hold him. No?
He's alright. What was I gonna say? No, because remember Drake was in country and that. Remember he was in Cunch, checking my. Remember?
Yeah, we know.
Remember he was. Mr.
Cause
Smith
I
and
don't
that.
know nothing, fam.
Wow.
I've heard the tune.
Georgia
I've
and
heard the tune.
You know what I'm
fam.
saying?
Yes, we were.
So yeah, like there's he's got patterns here, but yeah, apparently she's local still. I don't know where she lives or anything like that, but yeah, it don't surprise me. Like it's kind of lit.
Yeah,
You
West
think so?
London, innit?
Yeah, it would be.
Everything's
I couldn't
West
really
London.
Do you know what the maddest thing is though? I think like if Rihanna was if she was from London, she'd probably be from North though. I do feel like that. If she was a Londoner, she'd be from North. She'd be a North gal.
Nah, she'll be West because she's wavy. I can't lie. I give West the wave like 100%.
Yeah, we got
everything
some
in West
Chris
London
Galloway,
has just
to be
got a
fair.
certain element of, like, even the way you look, wear your clothes, everything, like your music. You men are wavy.
Do you know what the funny thing is about West girls actually? Yeah, being a West Londoner is that all of the nice West girls always had a man from different ends. It was always North, East, or South,
Never
and
West.
usually South. Yeah, hardly West. It was usually from South.
But you
Usually
know
from
why?
South.
Because see, back not now anyway. Now that we got social media, it's ruined everything. But you know, like when girls used to come back to our ends and be like, "Yeah, my boy from South. What part? What Brixton? Your boy's from Brixton." It was a big thing. Like you like, do you know, coming from like, and then what's his name? It might be Desmond. Oh, wow, Desmond's a rude boy. But because there was no way of you really finding out that info.
I thought that a lot of it had to do with the fact that there's just flipping probably way more estates, and it's just bigger.
South's bigger than everything.
South's just big. South's just massive.
South might be bigger than fucking England.
Isn't South the biggest part of London? No.
Of what?
Google that.
Of London.
Yeah.
It has to be. It has to be.
South, yeah. The thing is with South doesn't have the
Calum, 'cause you
it
get
doesn't
J.
have just the S as a postcode by itself.
Yeah.
Does it? It's always southeast or southwest. Their postcoding isn't. See, like how in North you've got N15 or whatever. You got E15, W15. South doesn't have that. It's got southeast, southwest, or whatever the other shits are. So you got all of that bit down there. I just thought there's just way more man down there. And then also the fact that you go to dances. Oh, that's another thing, by the way.
Who's from South?
Yeah. Do you know what we need to do now? We need to nip something in the bud now. Like DJs, including myself
Go on.
and Mike Men, we need to figure out a new way for crowd interaction. It's starting to get played out now a little bit. Nah?
If you're from North, make some noise.
Yeah,
South,
if you're
make some
from
noise.
yeah, make some noise. If you're from West, hardly anyone. If you're from North, make some noise. Yeah, you
A
get
little bit of
some,
noise.
Yeah. If you're from East, yeah, kinda. If you're from South, but we gotta find a new thing now. Like
The
seriously,
comedy shows experiment with like Nigeria. Everything is built on segregation. Maybe we should just find a unified thing that we can all. Who loves your mum? Everyone usually does.
Nah.
Everyone goes mad.
That won't work.
No, all right.
That one there won't work.
Positivity.
Who's got their father in their life? Not everyone's gonna make noise.
Who looks after their kids?
Well, not
Buena. Betray.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
know. Honestly. Yeah, man. It's
The
a dance,
segregation
man.
thing is fine, but
Of
I'm
course,
just saying that
it's a dance.
what I'm saying is that the who makes noise from these ends and all of that type of stuff.
Well, you're a DJ. No, I'll cut you. You're a DJ. Go on. Think of something. Because if you're going to say that right now, you need to have an alternative.
I don't know. It's only because I went out the other day, yeah?
Go on.
I went out the other day and each person that played did it. So everyone did it. So it's almost like when the DJ steps up here or someone steps up, it's like they think in their mind, and I'm guilty of this. Maybe this is subconsciously in my mind too. When I start, it's like I must feel like I'm the first person asking this question. No, if you're doing 3 till 4, you're probably the 4th person asking this question. And on top of that, usually DJs and mic men ask that question a bunch of times during the set. So you get asked this question, you get asked where you're from about 7 times in your night out.
All right, now, let's take a look at that. I've just thought of a next perspective. I know why no one minds.
You what?
I know why no one actually cares. Because that night is one of the most repetitive nights you will ever have in your whole entire life anyway. You probably go to the same place afterwards to eat. You probably see the same people when you're out. You dance to the same music. It's probably one of the same, it's probably Taser Black. Like, it's all the same. And you all pretend it's different. You wear the same degga outfits. You're just talking to the same crowd. You might even put a little twist on it and give it a theme. But still, look at your trainers. It's just all the same. But if you can do it,
yeah, if
it doesn't really matter. So I feel like you have to have that incorporated part of who's from South, because South want to scream that they're from South at least 7 times in one night, especially if they've come late and they've missed it. Oh man,
I think it should happen at least once a night, but I just think we need to figure out a new thing now. When I was out and I was consistently hearing this, like, who's from, and I think maybe, you know what, I'm being a party pooper a little bit too, because every time I'm in the dance, it's usually just me from West. Or like a couple of other people. And it's jarring me, the one making all of the noise.
And I know you will make noise. I know how you are.
Of course. Yeah, gun finger and that. And then everyone turns around and then you get the, like, oh yeah, just 1 or 2. Or everyone just laughs. Or whatever it may be. Do you get what I'm saying? But we need a new thing now, man. Same thing all the fucking time. It's all samey. But, do you know what? Gotta big up Miss Banks.
Bruv.
I've really got to big up Miss Banks. I went to see Miss Banks at her live show, which was in Oslo in Hackney just recently, yeah.
I thought she meant Norway, by the way.
Huh?
I thought she meant Norway.
Oh, did you?
She's so angry. So I didn't go. I was like, oh, you mean Norway?
Oh, you thought you was a plane thing?
Yeah, man.
You're right.
Alright, babe.
He's
I'm
figure
going
out.
to sit down here for a bit, but if he doesn't, he's going to have to go upstairs. He's going to take him upstairs for a little while. Oh, come on, sit down for a bit. Alright, go on.
Yeah, so I went and saw her. She was at Oslo in Hackney, yeah. And you know what, bro? I'm not gonna lie, she's the real deal, bro.
But she's not a joke.
She's the real deal. I first saw her at the Den, which was by SK Vibe Maker and Frisco. I think Sir Corey's a part of it as well. I'm not 100%. But if he is, yeah, big up on that as well. But I definitely know it's Frisco and SK Vibe Maker. So I saw her like a few years back at that year, and I thought, right, this girl's cold. I was like watching her thing or whatever. But going to the show and seeing how she bossed it, bro, was mad.
But she has a presence anyway. Just in like she has a presence. She's got a proper good energy. She's always happy.
Proper.
Like, I actually enjoy being around her. What?
You know, one of my favorite things, yeah, and one of the most key things for me is like
take little man upstairs from me.
Is
Sorry, Chucky.
It's alright, it's alright.
Alright, little man.
Yeah, as we were. So yeah, talking about Miss Banks, yeah. I think one of the things for me that sets a lot of people apart from me, especially when it comes to live shows and stuff like that, yeah. There's a couple of things, in fact. One is clarity. Miss Banks has got clarity in abundance, yeah. See, when she touches the microphone and she starts like barring off, like you can hear every word.
Amazing.
You can hear every word. Clarity on point. But also, you know, as well, the PA thing. I get really frustrated at the fact that like a lot of artists right now are not using proper PAs. That really gets on my nerves. There's like artists out there that are screaming over themselves. They're like using the original song and going out and screaming and like, I always just think, yeah, as an artist, why would you not want to just have the instrumental? Maybe some people just don't even know. Maybe some people are like, are growing up in an era where they're watching other people performing and just thinking that this is just a normal thing to be able to just go outside. Go to a show and not have a PA and just scream over themselves. I'm kind of curious to find out how much artists actually even know what a PA is.
The thing is, though, you need to understand they're coming from an era of what they're listening to. Like I know what that is because of my dad being a DJ, so I kind of knew the difference between like with the PA version and the version where you just spit over the song. But in the grime era, man was just spitting over their tune more time.
No, so they weren't. No.
Not a lot of the people I knew were. A lot of the people I knew were just spitting over their tune, and the only time that you would hear just a beat is when they were going to do a set. Then they just throw the beat on. But when man had a tune, man was just playing the tune and screaming over the tune more time.
But do you know what? Maybe I don't know.
Where I was anyway, man. I can't speak for everyone, but Miss Banks is.
Yeah, when I was seeing artists from back in the day doing that, a lot of them I was seeing them. You did get that from earlier on as well. It's not a new thing. I just think that you see it a lot more now. People just screaming over themselves on the track or whatnot, yeah. But like someone like her has come out, yeah, and like there's a lot of lyrics that are in her head, and that she's written down or whatever, yeah. And she's got a PA, maybe with a little bit of like backing vocal and stuff like that, little alib and stuff to help with your breathing or whatever.
Just so to keep the vibe
bumbling, of course. But she executes that very, very well. And you'll see, like, there's a lot. I was having this conversation with someone the other day, yeah. There are certain things about going to a live show where if you like going to a live show, there's certain things that you might enjoy about a live show, but not necessarily know how to articulate it. You don't know what it actually is. But it's a weird thing, but you just know, like, going to one person and going to another artist, you're like, I prefer this artist, but this one performed a lot sicker, but I don't particularly know why. I think as an artist, yeah, and as a fan as well, let's just say from a fan perspective, if I go to a show and an artist is performing a song and say it's you and you're barring and I know the words to your lyrics, yeah, the moment that you stop, I still continue because I know the lyrics. Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? And there's this bit of intimacy that's within that because it's like me and you. It's not me, you, the song, me, you and the song. Yeah. There's not all of these different layers. It's just me and you. Does that make sense? It's 100. Hard to explain.
For me, do you know what it is? What makes me... Jay,
you're there, bro. Yeah, go on. Just jump in.
What it is for me, yeah, because what you said was sick. For time, yeah, when I was at shows, I wasn't aware what was making me so happy about being at a show over... Because there was some artists that I loved, but I didn't like going to watch them live. I wasn't into it.
Well, not a lot of people can perform live, in my opinion.
And that's what it is. You see, the live experience, the experience you give me. Like
it's different.
I hear what people talk about. I never watched Watch the Throne. I never saw it. Okay. And the stories I hear about Watch the Throne, this thing come like the best film I never saw.
It's one of the best concerts I've ever been to in my life. Seriously, bro.
See, I know people.
But these men are seasoned. They're seasoned in it. So it's very different.
No, but then even like I would say the grime era. I can't lie. When it was early grime era, bro.
yeah.
But they will get the way they would spit on the mic live. Was so different to when you heard a dub. I just couldn't miss it. The energy of that live raw. Do you know where I'm coming from? Whereas I just think a lot of artists, man, they're miming. This is it. It's just there.
Do you know what? Yeah, this is the next thing. J2K is with us, by the way. So if you hear his voice, he's there. He's here. He's here. You know what I mean? Calum was late last time. This time he's late. Yeah.
In it.
I was just talking about.
Thinking about it. So it
was cool. I was talking about Miss Banks. I was at her show the other day. Yeah. I was just saying how cold the show was and her clarity and stuff like that, and like just like the fact that you. I make a big deal out of something that shouldn't even be a big deal in my opinion. In terms of like having a PA and performing the song properly, it shouldn't even be a thing. But for somebody who like loves going to live shows and also looks at things from a deeper perspective and having conversations about it, of course I'm going to mention like it's frustrating when I see certain artists that I like performing and they're just screaming over themselves, you get me? Or even miming, because there's been times where like I've seen artists go out and they're performing and the DJ might even do the chop thing, you know what I mean, they're chopping it, but as they're chopping it, like it's silent. You can see the crowd, but they're silent. And the thing is, no one notices it. No one really notices because people don't know no different. They're just in their vibe or whatnot. But I'm not gonna lie, I do. And I'm like one of them type of people as well, where I say let's say with this podcast, for example, there might be like small little tiny things that like nobody can see, but I can see. So we need to
it don't sit right with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear
Do you
that.
get me?
Yeah,
It's
I hear that.
particular. You're not
Yeah.
particular. But the thing is, you're from an era of watching shows that are very different now. Like, I just feel like even here, man, we're just adopting so much of the American culture. They've been doing that, like the miming thing, and for a long time. And I'm just like, do you know what? I really need to stop doing that, because our thing is built off of like sound man and sound systems, you know.
Certified.
So when we do stage shows, it's like, you know, you're trying
Things
to
go
practice
off.
to get to that. Like that's like when we would go to shows, like Flowdan he'd just be watching Sting. Like Nuff Man would just be watching Sting for time before he just head out to a show. Do you get me? Because then you got that energy. You get
That's
what I'm saying?
mad
Like,
energy to have, bro.
mad energy. But that's what this UK scene is built off of. That kind of, do you know what I mean? Fundamentally, it's changed, and it's, you know, it's gone different ways, and for the good and whatever. But like, that's how we appreciate live performances, isn't it? So now it's gonna be, it does get like that, man. But
Yeah, it's mad.
I personally, I was having this conversation the other day as well. I don't know if it was, with someone, and there was like, I don't really care about going to shows. Like,
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I remember you saying to
Was it
me.
you? Yeah.
Yeah. You said
Why?
not because I don't feel like I'm gonna get anything different from what I'm getting on the CD.
Okay, exactly.
So and I could love the artist, you know. Like, I'm a fan of enough people, but not like I avoid their shows. But when it's like tickets for sale and it's fixed show, like, I never feel the urge to be like, I gotta go.
That's so
like,
sad,
I just
man.
don't feel it. Like, to do that, like, naturally, like, and it's not, like I said, I'm not even avoiding it. It's just like that. And I
feel
have
the
to
same.
think, why am I like that? Like, then I think times I do go, I'm just like, it's just like, okay, cool, like,
Yeah.
cool, and then I go home, like, I could have just, could
Stayed
have banged
home,
that out
maybe.
at home some more.
I just, you know what? This is just my opinion. But one of the reasons why I like going to the shows and that, and to this day, is because I want to, from my perspective, I want to see who gets it. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I went to Dave's show, Brixton Academy. I went to the one in Manchester as well. But obviously, knowing the people that he's got around him or whatever, I would like to assume that it would have been at a certain standard anyway. But it's sick to go and see an artist that actually gets it.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? From a live.
attention to fine detail.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, this is now like going to that live show is more than just like for them being a check. Like, you know what? After this live show, you know what I mean, I can go out, buy me a big chain and a bust down and all of these type of things. I feel like when I'm going to see an artist like that, I'm going to see an artist who wants to make a statement more than anything.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Someone who wants to
rock the crowd, like, really wants
differently,
to,
and like create a whole different experience.
Yeah.
That like you may not necessarily, or even like give you a thank you, like thank you for.
But you know what? It's what I'm thinking about right now is, how comes people were so seasoned then? But it's like every day back in the day you were performing with no camera. Like, when I remember going Heat FM, and the aggression you had and the confidence you had to have and the bit to have to just to take the mic was so mad. Like, I was so nervous and so shy. Like, so when I did finally get the mic, even if my bar was lit, I wasn't executing it right with no confidence. So so if you went and done that in a live show now, you would. Whereas the people that were sick on radio, when I used to watch them at a live show, blood, they used to go off. And when I think about it now, some of them are chatting foolishness. Blood, G-Day Jaws. I love him. It's G-Day Jaws. Hit that, and I said, damn doors. And I'm going mad. Like,
we're training though. Them times, man, are training. Like, so you see radio, and as much as it was a vibe for the listeners and whatever, and we love going there to do that, it's actually exercise as well. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like exercise. So now you're trained, because I'm saying, like, every radio show's it's gonna start like that for a man. You're gonna go, you might be a bit nervous.
Man.
You're gonna let the mic pass you a couple times. You thought you was gonna take it. Oh no, not yet. You do it like you're doing that. Then you're gonna realize I have to jump in. So you jump in that time, and then you didn't project it. So then you go on and think, nah, I gotta go back. When I go back, I gotta do this. Do you know what I'm saying? But
do you know how bad it was? Man, I used to tape the show and listen back. And
yeah, of course, everyone had to tape their shows. It's analytics, bro. It was the first analytics. You get me?
It was
You're
mad.
taping all your little shows, even ones you do in the bedroom and that with your mates. You're taping it so that we'll fight over the one tape, fam. Like, who's got the tape? Man needs to listen to it back.
Yeah,
so
of
that
course.
you can, like you said, because everyone's particular, everyone wants to know, like, you're not even listening to everyone else, you want to listen to how you came
Of course,
in,
yeah,
that
yeah,
impact
yeah.
when I
What
come
beats-
in.
what beats are best for your
whatever,
vocal
what am I
and-
sitting on, what did I rap, like, you get what I'm saying? So all that, I think that is becoming a bit of a lost art within itself. Not to say like, I just
Wow.
think the scene's changed. It's just evolved differently. Like it's not even a thing where I think, oh man, should be doing this, but it's just artists are different now. They're coming up different. They're the route is different into the game now. Like,
Do you know what though? Do you know what? I agree with that, but I do also think that like, from what I've seen, a lot of the best ones still go by that old school way
Mantra.
of doing
Yeah, it's
certain
true.
things. Do you get what I'm saying? To me, anyway, just going to the PA thing, that shouldn't even just be an old school thing. I just thought that was just
Yeah,
a normal.
I don't know.
That's just a
I don't know
normal
why it's
thing
an
to
old
do.
school thing. I
But
just know
now
that
it's
not
but it's
done
not
now.
like that. Yeah, it's like the majority don't do that now. But
Do you reckon that is
in my
because-
opinion, all of the best shows that I've gone to, everyone has performed properly with a PA. They've either gone to their producer and got the parts and made a PA or whatever, or when they're doing a live show, they've gone to whoever they've needed to go to make the necessary changes to the songs, just to make them, because remember, it's not even just that. It's about, like, when you're using a PA, it's about your breathing and that too. I was watching an interview with Slow Tie actually and Julie Adenuga, and she said, "Oh, like she said to him, what is the thing that you've learned this time on going on your second tour? Like, what is the fundamental thing that you've learned?" And the first thing he said was my breathing.
Yeah, that's important.
He goes, my breathing, like
very
my
important.
stage presence, like I'm running up and down or whatever, but my breathing. But you know what? If you're not using PAs, you don't need to think about that, because it's just your song playing in the
But this is-
background.
but this
You're
is
just
the thing.
running up and
Yeah.
down and screaming
Yeah.
over your tune.
But yeah, you did have, and this is where we talk about the two different generations. So in the generation in which I was coming up, and you did have to think about that for the simple fact that there was almost like a blueprint that existed that no one spoke about, but everyone was aware of stages that you would get to with your progression. So like the pinnacle of it could have been, say, Roll Deep, and then you would look at their mantra that they left behind, and all right, so you're gonna do this part and this part, and when you get to a stage show, it's this part. Whereas now, there's no, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, there's not really many stages to get to a point where you're gonna be on a stage performing a song. So it's like,
Yeah, I
you
hear
don't-
that.
you don't cross too many tests before you get to the point where I'm on stage now. More time, you might get lucky, and now you got a song that blows, and now you're on stage. Whereas for you to get to the point where you could even spit at an Esky dance or something, bro, it was best. You had to conquer radio first, at least.
course.
Yeah, I always
And
say
then-
this. There was a route, man. Like
there's a
there was
route.
a route that you had to take. Like, first of all, you're gonna start with your brethrens in your bedroom, taping your own little sets, practicing that way. Then hopefully someone hears you, get an invite on a show.
That was
somewhere.
a big
You go
thing.
up there. You know what I'm saying? Work it out on there. Hopefully get big on there. Then you might cut a one dub.
Yeah, of
you get what
course.
I'm saying? Get that spinning. Get a booking from there.
Yeah.
And that was the stages. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
That's how you cut
everything,
the
and the
teeth.
thing is, and this is from the perspective of someone from East, from North. Cause at one point, man just needed to get to Roman Road. I swear to God, fam, man needed to get to Road. Man needed to go. Hey, fam, we used to go to different ends, spitting on cameras.
Yeah.
So we could be in everyone's camera phone. So
course.
everyone can be like, oh, Poet and Scribs, or Poet and Scribs there, and Poet and Scribs there, hoping that we would get that info. Because when we used to watch DVDs of Man in Roman Road, it was everyone you heard on Heat FM, just in one spot.
Yeah.
That was like Hollywood for us, fam. We were like, yo, this is lit. We need to get there, fam.
Of course. But do you know what? I want this to be clear as well, yeah? I'm not even blaming a lot, especially like the young bucks, because I think that like a lot of them, from a rapping perspective, because I know the singers always are going to sing over an instrumental, like, and they're always doing that, and that's cool. I'm still looking at a lot of them as well, but see, like some of the young bucks that are rapping or whatnot, I just think that a lot of them are just none the wiser. Well, anytime I sit here and I go on and on, because I'm passionate about this PA thing. I've said it so much times here,
I've heard you mention
so
this
much
before.
times, and I will always do it. Yeah, I'll shout it from the rooftops. But there has been a couple of artists that have like sort of come to me and been like, "What is a PA?" And I don't shoot them down. I just let them know this is like when you're performing. This is like kind of what I think that you should do. Do you get what I'm saying?
Oi, I tell you what everyone should watch. Go to YouTube after this, yeah, if you're watching this or you're listening to it, whatever, and type in Puff Daddy MTV Music Awards 2001. I'm telling you, that should be like a goal in some capacity. That's literally one of the best shows I've seen as a performance in my whole entire life.
Yeah.
Puff Daddy brought out Usher, Busta Rhymes, Pharrell Williams, Loon. It was a bagger man, but the way he did it, it wasn't like your conventional. You know what I'm saying? Just bring man out and. It's, bro, man are kicking down glass, acting like Michael Jackson. Next man is coming from the then there's like, cause it is mental. And then like the man that came through so simple was just so understated, but like that's just the way he dressed. Was for real. He just came in like some baggy jeans, a t-shirt. Just I said, Buster, what up, son? We can go roll it. And I'm just looking at this is, bro. By the end of it, you know when they quote, jump, don't this him. I'm watching. You know, like in the circus where you got them people on stills, jumping on the stage, and I watched that and I said to myself, if that's where I would want to get in performing, man can't just go on stage with a mic. Man have to show some type of indication
that's a bit different from like that's a stage production. I'm imagining there's a whole
mad stage production.
Right. But just down to the basics of just performing yourself to because you can still. I tell you who's sick. Method Man and Red Man.
You were saying. I remember I
saw them at Hammersmith.
Them man, like they don't have nothing, no production, but them two DJ. Just bouncing off each other. Mental, bro. Like
their chemistry is crazy.
Like, and I went, like, I never seen them in their heyday, like when they were pop. I saw them like a few years ago. Like I just went, and bruv, I was blown away. It was in the O2. It wasn't even RAM or nothing. You know them ones like.
Proper
I was
lit.
like, bro, I couldn't believe it. Like I could not believe the show. Like the energy, the way their man were just moving, vibing, synchronizing. You get what I'm saying? And just, I said, nah, it was so good. I followed them. They went like Liverpool or somewhere. I said, I'm going Liverpool to watch this again, bruv. Yeah.
Do you know who's good as well?
That's what can really like
change you and sway you, innit?
Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, because you know what? I even believe that there are probably certain artists that like you may not even listen to on a personal one 100%. Too much, but you would go to a live show. Do you get what I'm saying? Just for that, for the entertainment.
Bro,
Sampha, I'll go to a live show.
Man crowd surfed on his feet. Like
who did?
Method Man.
Yeah, he's a madman. I love him.
He stood up like they was holding, like he wasn't laying. I said, I've never seen that, and they took him around the whole venue. I said, yeah. These men are sick with it.
Do you know what I like watching live in the UK? And I've always enjoyed from watching him in Leighton in some like small community hall thing.
Who?
Jammer. I cannot lie to you. When he comes on stage, before he has said a word, I remember, I think it might have been Wireless one time on the One Extra stage. My bro, I screamed so loud and I was so gassed. I don't even know what Jammer said. Because I just know he's coming with a next type of energy, and it's just
No, he's a madman. Like he's like he's one of the last great performers here.
It's amazing, bro. I can't lie.
When he comes out in a suit, in the Merkelman suit, I was like, nah. Even I'm like a fan, but you know what I mean.
He's a bro.
Like, I'm like, nah, because that is ill.
Yeah,
no one else is dressed up or nothing.
No one.
He's just kind of,
I'm like, nah.
He's making it a show.
I love a live show though. Seriously. Do you know? By the way, I wanted to have a music conversation for a little bit as well. I feel like I ain't had one for a minute. By the way, I'm real happy to see the new tour dates that Gets has put out as well, and that he's doing Kentish Town. Yeah, that's gonna be a big look. Like especially for him, because I just like looking at his grind and that as well. Yeah, it's just sick, bro. And his last, did you go to his last live show, which was in Islington?
I didn't, man. I didn't get to.
He did 2 dates in Islington. Cold. Yeah. He's another one, stage presence.
But you know, how could I forget?
He goes by the mantra of what you lot was talking about as well. You get what I'm saying? Being in this in setups with the microphone and that being passed around, and 100%. So his confidence has been built up he's come from a different thing. Do you get me? But to be able to translate that into a live show, because you got to think as well. There's like a lot of young people that know certain artists for new stuff and not even necessarily for their old things. Yeah. So you still. Like for certain artists, it might be tricky at times, because let's just say you might have like one big massive tune that's just come out, so you've now got a new big audience
that don't know the other stuff.
They just like you for this thing. They just like you for this thing. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? Proper live performers though, and good live performers can still put on a show for their fans that have known them for a long time that will enjoy, but also the fans that are just new to their shit as well that will love it same speed. Do you get me?
Yeah. I think someone like Gets has just been amazing. Do you know what it is? Yeah, and the thing is with entertainers, it's like you've got the Gets and the Jammers are very energetic. You get what I'm saying? And will just command the stage and
proper.
But you can also command the stage with just a certain charisma. Do you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You
Jay-Z.
ain't necessarily got. This is what I was gonna say. You ain't got to necessarily be like a wild person or really active and animated, but you don't like. I think people see a Jay-Z and don't quite understand. Like, there's a charisma that you think it's just simple what he's doing, but he's got. You know what I mean? It's fine
presidential.
detail. It's very presidential on how he does that and how he's situated and how he's, you know what I mean, engaging with the crowd. Like, so it looks easy, so you think, oh, I could just do my tune and just stand on the stage. No, you can't. Like, it comes with a charisma, bro. If you ain't got that, you ain't got it. Like,
He's so like when he's it's like he's giving you a speech and he's so engaging and you already know his bars are lit.
Yeah.
But there's certain things he'll do when he's saying certain things and he's just like when he's that last show he done, I think it was in New York, and he does that freestyle talk. Bro, the way he talks about his missus and what they're in bed making ideas, just the way he's saying it, he's just letting you know, like, I'm not on that, bro. Like, he's the best.
I hear that. Still.
I think that comes with also people buying into a certain person's character. Like, I don't think you can have that with just coming out the blue with one tune.
Nah.
Or you've just got, there's some people you can just churn out bangers, but we don't really know you as a person. When you can buy into a person. Like, I'd always said this, like, back in the day, Jim Jones used to be like, he was probably the worst in Dipset, but like the way he was as a person, the way he was as a person though, like his charisma, he's just the way he was, I gravitated to him.
Of course.
Like, I could hear him as a rapper because, you know what, it might not be put together the best, but I believe it the most.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
with it,
Than
bro.
other people that are technically better than you, got more skill on the mic, but I can hear you better. You know what I'm saying? Like, I believe you. Like, so when you don't buy into a person like that, it's like you can have all the talent, but if you just got all the talent and nothing else, it doesn't really.
And you know
translate
what?
on
Yeah,
stage.
just quickly going back to Miss Banks as well. Yeah, that's another thing that she's got
In
like,
abundance.
she's got that likability, like like you could see from when she come off, like people just check for her.
Yeah.
Do you get me?
Yeah.
And you could see like almost a little bit of alter ego where like when she's talking to the crowd and that, she's like a brethren or a sister or whatever. And as soon as she jumps on the microphone and starts doing a thing, you get what I'm saying? The other side of the personality comes out. Bro, well, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I was proper impressed with that show.
Yeah.
Like
Fam,
proper impressed with that
I've been
show.
in studio with Miss Banks. It is mad impressive. Like when she came in studio with us and she was just very all sweet, prim and proper. Big man, she took that mic. You would have thought it
On
all
the
the rent
microphone,
money.
she's-
She went crazy on the mic because I say, yo, it's a cheap mic, allow it, dog, because we
Yeah,
can't
of
buy
course.
another one. Now
But
she's
you look
so
at-
sick.
You look at like, look at the come up as well, and I just noticed that, she got the tune with Will.i.am, and then the deal, the Pretty Little Thing deal as well, and that where you got flipping, even on that song you got her, Lioness and Lady Leisha, who, do you know what, I was looking at them, I was looking at this picture of them and I was thinking, not only is this just, there's so many different sick things about this, not only just the fact that there's women, but black women, but on top of that, they're like the coldest spitters, period. Not for women. They are just the coldest spitters.
And it's
if you put them in a room with anyone, it's issues.
And they're from 3 different generations as well. And it's
There
just
you go.
so
Really?
lit. Yeah, I would say
2.
Lioness is the first.
Lioness
but-
and Leisha was pretty much
Kind of the same.
Yeah, that's the
Kind-
same.
I-
That's the
serious.
same. That's the same time zone.
I saw Alicia time ago, but I saw
Sure.
Lioness way before Alicia. So I remember Lioness from Channel U, them days. But then I saw Alicia from a little bit time after that. My brother went and we shot a video for her in like Birmingham time ago.
It's a long time ago.
A long time ago. That means I'm mad old. But yeah, so yeah, like they're just, they're just cold.
Yeah,
Octavian's a cold performer actually as well. Octavian's very good.
I want to see
He's
him actually.
very,
I've seen
very
clips
good.
like on. I ain't
wanna
gonna
see
see him, but I'm thinking, yeah, he's got it.
Bro, he's like Travis Scott, fam.
Yeah.
This Don just jumps on things and it's what you said as well. He says everything. He says every single word.
You
But
can
when
hear
he
it.
doesn't say it, we're saying it because
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
thank you for saying everything.
The
and
energy in the room looks
jumping
mad in that, like,
bro.
yeah.
He just like Octavian's very good. Like made me like his music even more.
Yeah.
He's very.
We
very
talked.
good.
I think we had a segment before talking about like people who were good at live shows or whatever. And there was an artist in particular who was a singer that I just went to go and see. Occasionally, I still go and see artists that like people are talking about, but I may not listen to too much just to see what's going on because I love this game. Do you get me? Sam Henshaw is another one. Yeah, live, performance-wise, sick. Someone that like I would now is like. Prior to that, I wasn't listening to too much of his music, but going to the show and seeing it and watching the performance, immediately. A person that I want to see actually live is Loyal Kana as well.
Loyal Kana's lit.
Yeah, I've been proper into his most recent album, but I've never seen him. But I just want to see that because I don't know if I go and see that, that's an extra win again. If it's not good, then obviously it is what it is. But I expect that to be a good live show. But yeah, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. I love a live show, man. I love it, and I love it when it's good, and it's disappointing when it's like an artist that you proper check for, and it's just shit. It's just proper shit. But there's still a lot of good live shows out there. As I said, Dave's Brixton Cat. He's 20 years old, bro. He's 20 years old. I went and watched. He's 20 years old, bruv. Seriously, like when you see this, like it's nuts, bro.
Man.
Huh?
He's been through so much.
It's crazy, bro. I went to the one in Manchester first just to see that. The vibe and atmosphere was. JK was good as well. He was like.
JK's lit. Yeah, he's got bare energy.
Yeah, proper. He was support act. But he was good. But anyway, just seeing somebody of that age at Brixton Academy, with the stage production that they had, and so comfortable, PAs, by the way, as well. You know what I mean? Proper PAs and that naturally. But just so comfortable. The set list was smooth. And then there was like other little fun things were added where there was like this wheel. Like midway through the set, there was a wheel. And it had like 6 songs on it. So is it Countdown where the thing moves around? What's the thing where it moves around and it... and then it stops on a thing. I don't know what it is, but one of them
game show thing,
like a game show thing. Yeah, that. So it's like it moves around, and then like when it stops on a tune, the tune drops and he just starts barring. Like, yeah.
That's cold.
I
like that.
It was proper bad boy stuff.
That's sick. That's what I'm saying. Just creative, man. Creative shows, man. The spitting over your tune thing. I think that's just more something for the club. Like if you're doing something in a club, do you get me? I don't think that's really acceptable on a stage where you're like at a concert, man.
Even at a club, to be honest with you, but I'm just
I'm old. No, but I'm saying like that's where I more accept it. Like, do you get what I'm saying?
Because you know what, you might just roll up. Because it might be a thing of like you might have just rolled up. DJ Flangle. So why not? Do you get me? But I feel like the DJs behind the artists and stuff like that should always try to, if they know, they should always try to encourage those type of things. And having a certified DJ behind the artist as well, makes the world of difference. Definitely. You see like certain artists that have proper DJs behind them.
You see man cut corners and just like bring in someone that's just gonna press a button for them. Or
man don't know how to set up their Serato properly. Or the fucking something wrong with the USB.
In other words, book Chucky. You can do it.
No. There's loads. Young Baines DJs certified. Banks is DJ certified. Do you get me? There's enough of them. And obviously, you get me, you got like Charlesy, who plays for Tiny. You can see the work that he puts in and around all of that. Like, that has helped him. But
man, watch other genres as well. I go and see FKJ. I saw FKJ in Paris, and that was one of the best shows I've seen in my life.
And he's always on a different level, and that's like an art piece.
Yeah, it's just like I just like watching other genres of music, man. I feel like I don't really know much about it, and then electro jazz is always a good thing to go and watch. Like if you go Jazz Cafe and just watch them people live, it's the next thing, fam.
Serious,
bro. It's some next. I'm watching some next things. I'm just like, like if we incorporated little bits of that into our world, it might be kind of cold, boy.
Well, that I think that's something that's missing, though. I think that there's a lot of artists now that are really kind of ignorant to music.
Definitely.
Down, like I just feel like like you can't even you ain't gotta be into it, but they can't even appreciate something that from somewhere else or something that was old but like it used to bang or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like,
you don't have
I just think that's strange, and I don't think that's like and I think it's just a generation thing. I don't think it's an age thing, because I think, well, what was I like when I was younger? I think I loved all music even when I was younger. Like I wasn't into just what I was into at the time. Do you know what I'm saying? So I weren't just listening to rap music. Or bashment. I listened to everything.
R&B. I know we all listen to R&B. Don't even make R&B.
Do you reckon, like an element of this? You know? I was just thinking this now. This is not all of it, but do you reckon a contributing factor to some of it is a parents thing?
Yeah, for me,
100%.
Barry Salmon was running smoothly.
Because there was
in my
bare different
yard.
things being
Morgan
played.
Heritage.
Like my parents weren't together, right? They broke up when I was young, but being around them, I was hearing a lot of different stuff. My mum was a soul head.
Yeah.
My dad's a reggae man.
Yes.
But there was still loads of different
I
things
think
that
that's
were being
the
played.
dynamic in all our houses.
Yeah,
I had funk
exactly.
as well. I had bare
Do you
funk
get
in
what
my
I'm-
house.
Yeah. And
My mum
also, I
was
think
lit
as well,
with
yeah.
that.
See, like, as a Jamaican as well, yeah. You're Jamaican as well, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Your dad's a yard man, isn't it?
Come on.
Yeah, yeah. So listen, you already know, yeah. When you go to Jamaica in particular, yeah, and you go to them dances there, right? Midway in the dance, you hear Celine Dion, you know.
What?
That would just
I'm
pop up.
telling you.
I'm telling you,
100%.
yeah.
I'm telling you. And there's
100%.
another.
Or if not, then
It's too late
Sanchez.
to apologize.
Sanchez.
It's what? It's too late. What I said?
Yeah.
Sanchez took sometimes from Britney Spears. They don't understand. Like
ripping off
sometimes
everyone's
I
song.
run.
And wait, do you know
To
how
the
much
point where
you go to
the
Jamaica?
point where you thought that was an original.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I didn't
exactly.
know that the Celine. I didn't know the artists that the songs that they were
Come
until later on in life, and I heard. I thought, oh, that's Sanchez is singing it.
Come on.
Do you know how many tunes Christopher Martin has taken from Ed Sheeran? Let me tell you something now, yeah. You go to Jamaica now, yeah, and Shape of You, they will not believe that there's a different version. In their mind, it's
Chris
a reggae
Martin,
thing.
Chris Martin.
Yeah, Chris Martin.
My
No,
brother.
yeah, the Jamaican. You interviewed him.
Yeah, my brother. He's so cool. Fam.
Right, yeah. So like they'll
Love
hear
him.
the reggae version and just and then they might hear the proper with the ginger brother and think, who's my you?
Who am I? Who my copy? My copy, my brother Chris. If I'm Chris, like Chris.
Man, tune, you know.
And Chris will be like, no, it's not. No, stop being mad. It's Chris. I are tune that dog.
Him teeth the man tune one.
Nah, man. That's true. That's a really good point, you know, because I reckon some of the, no disrespect to some of the parents I know, but some of the music they're listening to right now
Trash.
is not too different to what their kids are listening to. And I'm just like, cuz, you meant to show them a little generation before. At least I had so much roots. I had so much revival, bashment, soul, R&B, funk, like bare funk in my yard. And what I loved about my parents, they were just like me, emotional wrecks. So when they were in a particular mood, you would hear a particular song.
Yeah.
And it was just, you heard everything in that house. So I was just,
Yeah,
music,
yeah.
it was just lit. So
Yeah. Anyway, people
Oh.
quickly as well, yeah. Just let me know, who do you think are the sickest live live performers in the UK who we've got.